Hi, I'm Jody.
And I'm Summer.
And we're Active Pursuit.
And we're tired.
We're tired. But I love you. And we're troopers.
We are?
I think so.
Why are you saying that?
Well, we forge on. You know, when it's hard, we persevere.
Okay.
We dig in. That's how we are. Yeah, chips are down, hang in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Yeah. In politics, politicians campaign for a long time to get elected to a position. And then they get elected, and now they have a chance to do what they wanted to do, or at least do what they think they wanted to do. Right. Some of them do a great job, and they go right into the job. Some of them actually keep campaigning. But there's an analogy, I think, with relationships that way. So theoretically, if I'm pursuing you, which is part of our name, Active Pursuit, I'm pursuing you, at some point, theoretically, I could win you, for lack of a better term. Maybe I win you over, and now we're together. I'm kind of done. You know, the campaign's over, now it's time to get to work. You've been elected, you know, to maintain the analogy, to maintain it. Now it's time to get to work. And now I do what I thought I was supposed to do all the time. And, you know, it's not legislate or run the country, for example, not naming names again, but it's to be a good man in a relationship. That's my job now. And it's not really anymore to convince you that I'm the guy, because theoretically you've said you are the guy. You know, I don't know if we're 100% yet. I don't know where the percentage is today, but the percentage is a lot higher than I think than the last time we talked.
I don't think we've ever really, have you really talked about the percentages on video?
I think so. I think specific numbers. I remember being recorded with specific numbers around 59 and 61%.
Yeah, because you went up from 59 to 61%.
The pick.
You said a pick.
So most definitely.
And I scored 2 points. So you went up 2 points.
Where does the campaign end? Where does the pursuit end? And where does the getting the job done begin? So getting the campaign actually helps to legislate, going back to the political. And my pursuit of you helps to develop our relationship. And also, when you get into the role or into the office, your campaign helps you to do your job, because you've established that there's a reason behind it. What was the motivation behind being your boyfriend, lover, mate, partner? One last point. In that role, there's a lot of points.
There's a lot of points.
In that role,
is this...
I understand how the campaign doesn't ever really die. I always want to win your heart every day. I want to prove to you how much I love you. And that feels campaigning to me. That feels pursuant to me. I also know about the percentages. I think we talked at one point about leaving it at 98, never having 100%. Because I always want you.
You said that.
Did I?
You suggested that.
I think that's good.
Right.
I like what I said.
Maybe
maybe that was me, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Because I want you to always feel like I'm pursuing you, and that I love you, and I want to be convincing you of that all the time, just in case you ever forget how much I love you. So that was kind of a one-way. What are your reactions to that? How do you feel about that whole analogy and how it applies, and the concept of a ongoing, continuing campaign or pursuit?
I think the analogy is okay, and I get it. I picked up what you laid down. And I guess I would throw back at you what you've thrown to me. I think you wanted to make sure that I understood that you were committed, that you were going to do what it took to get my attention, keep my attention, and that, like you just said, that was going to be an everyday thing for you. And what I've experienced from you over, you know, the past several months is that you do. I mean, you're in front of me every moment you can be in front of me. You're almost always putting me in front of everything else. From the sweet gestures of just opening up the door, you know, the car door for me, to making sure that, you know, we've got meals, to making sure that that everyone's feeling good. You bring up tough conversations. So I feel like you're always an active pursuit. I think you had asked me, like, what's my percentage chance here?
Oh,
at one point.
Maybe. That sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah. You always keep score.
I do. Uh-huh.
Not in the relationship,
No,
but on the court.
On the court. Yeah. Even when we're
He
not
never
keeping
keeps
score.
He doesn't keep score in a relationship.
Right, yeah.
That's very nice.
Thanks for specifying.
Yeah. I think all of us, as part of experience, people who keep score in relationships, it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
I probably had said something like, yeah, you're at 42% or something like that.
Yeah.
I probably would have said 43% because, you know, odd number.
Oh! What? Of course.
Hello. And then you're trying to still work that one out in your head.
Prime number.
Exactly.
Paul Warfield's number, anyway.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, just slide that one in.
Yeah. Data.
And then I think you were also wanting to know if you were moving up in my interest bracket.
Yeah.
And you know, if you go back to the conversation we were just having before you turned on the video, we were talking about when we met each other, we were both dating other people. For me, I was trying to figure out, I had written a very specific plan of what I was looking for and was dating a number of people to try to figure out, did that exist in the world? Was what I was looking for, were there men in reality who could offer that? Or was I had inappropriate expectations of relationships? And then you were out there dating for your reasons. I'm not going to give that.
Well, I'll jump in and say that I had a similar thing, and I got more data intensive and actually had a spreadsheet and did, you know, kind of a regression.
To the mean and regression to the mean.
Regression analysis a little bit, just a little, you know. I prioritized criteria and then multiplied through it. Had some what ifs, then played some what if. It's so geeky and pathetic. That's how my brain works in spreadsheets. Yeah. But I too sought to analyze what it is that I wanted in detail.
I did not have mathematics involved in mine.
So sad.
If we go back to some of my concerns about you, right? So when we first met, we did a whole video about how you felt it was an interview and how I felt I was watching the Jody show unfold.
Right.
And I was just kind of poking it with a stick and asking questions. And then we had a second date, and then the breakup text for a relationship that I didn't know was even happening. And then a couple days later, you trying to snatch a kiss off of me,
right?
Even though you were in love with another woman. So for me, you were not in the realm of what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody who wanted to be monogamous, who wanted to be committed, who wanted to really explore a long-term relationship. I wasn't looking for a hack. And so I think you went about resetting the whole relationship by bringing it back to a friend level and being friends and just being in my space a lot so that I could get to know who you were rather than kind of the blundery kind of experience that we had originally. And then you had surprised me and actually told me you wanted to be exclusive with me, and that was a surprise, a total surprise to me. And then I suggested that maybe you ask me on a date at some point. And we had a first date. And from there, I think you had asked me, what's your chances? And they were low in the beginning. I've liked you as a friend, and I like you as a friend today. Just probably more like one of my best friends now. You know, but that percentage was letting you know how you were doing in the relationship and where you were, because you had made a decision not to date anyone any further. And I was still dating people because I was not thinking you were the one. And we had been talked. Sometimes we would talk. Remember, we would talk before I went on a date, and we would talk after I went on a date.
Right. And I remember one specific night like that.
Yeah, and you were like, "Hey, go ahead and do it. I'm here." And that probably pushed you up in the numbers. So, yeah. Are you wondering where you are right now with me?
Well, I haven't even thought about the number thing for a few weeks.
Yeah, me neither.
It feels solid.
Actually totally forget about it.
Yeah. I'm feeling solid with you. Like I said, I never want to assume. And the 98, if you have to go back to the number, I'd rather be there. And just to know that there's more. It's not like done. Like I don't want to ever relax, as it were.
Well,
I always want to present myself in my best light to you. I always want to do that. I hope that, you know, on the day that you die, I hope that I'm presenting myself in my best light to you still, you know, and not like working over, like going crazy, but.
And not inauthentically.
No, I want to be genuine about that. And I want to hold myself that way. I want to present, you know, I want to be clean. You know, I want to have good personal life. And I want to read, you know, I want to read a book from time to time so I can have a discussion, you know, or watch the news, listen to what's going on in the world. You know, I want to be able to participate. And part of that is just keeping myself up the way I want to work out, you know, keeping myself up. So I always want to do that, and then specifically toward you. I always want to have that. And I don't know if you call that anxiety or compulsion or...
So let me pause you.
Yeah.
Is that, I told you I was all in. I told you that a while ago. And I'm all in.
Yeah. I love that, by the way. I do love hearing you say that. Yeah.
I'm all in. And every day, I think you should continue to press the envelope and be the best you who you are with me. And that doesn't have to be that you're at 98% or 99%. It could just be that that's who you are. You're tenacious, you're effervescent, you're competitive, and you know, you're committed to making me feel great. And that's the reasons why I think that you always want to, you know, be the best you that you can be in front of me. I don't want it to be because I'm at 98% committed.
I hear you saying. I hear that's a good distinction.
Yeah.
Thank you. That does make me feel good.
I'm not going to reevaluate this every month. I'm not going to reevaluate it every year or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm here. That helps.
It's really nice. Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. Hey y'all, I'm Summer.
And I'm Jody.
And we are Active Pursuit.
Please subscribe to our channel.
And like this video.
And don't forget to turn on the bell for notifications.
And share this with one of your friends.
Please add comments because we read them.
And connect with us on social media. All of our connections are in the dialogue box. And we look forward to catching up with you.
See you later.
Ciao.